Okay, I'm with Enigma. Like, bazillion question marks. What's Hail SoD? Do I want to know?
Oh, Hail
Oh.
SoD?
Maybe?
Guys, this is not the time to reveal it. Your priestess is telling you to keep it down. We will open their eyes very soon.
Okay.
You gotta wait.
I guess as Odie says,
They're obviously talking about landscaping. Hail sod. You got to use it for
No,
your lawn.
no. Lauren, hi, priestess Mocha. No. You are sadly ignorant.
I guess we have to keep it as Odie says. You will know when it happens. Like, you will know when this podcast happens. When it happens. Because it happens. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast where ANY and Keyframe wonder about random drivel. And it has been very long, but once again,
since Spooky Month.
Yeah, once again on this show after quite a while, we are glad to welcome what's happening here. We are glad to welcome back my green screen.
Happy 1 year to Sonic flossing.
Yes. Also once again back with us, the Abbey Roadie. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, first visit of 2021.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Lauren.
A month and a half late.
But yeah, if even so you have been with us plenty of times, maybe somebody is watching you, or maybe an old man like me needs a refreshment. Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care? Besides being the artist behind the art of the week.
Oh, you picked that one for the art of the week.
Hey.
Lauren spoiled us the last week by drawing more than a couple arts of me and the German, and it was great.
True.
Well, to anybody who's new or anybody who needs a refresher, I'm Lauren, aka the Abbey Roadie, Keyframe's sister from another mister, also co-host to the Animation Communication Podcast with I Love Impossible a lot, also an animator, also a character designer, also your resident Lupin the Third artist who
your resident Zenny goddess simp, your resident I forgot what Kissich derives from, because are you Armenian? Are you the resident Armenian? Like, what are you?
A Serbian.
The resident Serbian, the resident original Southern Californian, the resident you need to try this food place, oh my god, resident resident
the
person
resident
with the
foodie.
name that starts with the letter L.
So yeah, I'm not even able to see that, but yeah. No wait, this is this is all of them. Jesus.
Going through my
that's
my
Lauren
Lupin
moments
Twitter.
before killing a man.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Also, of course,
I like that one.
Oh, by the way, it's Doug Erholtz's birthday today. So there's
the voice
that.
of the Zenny boy.
Yeah. So and I like that how many people who had not seen the movie were wondering, like, I don't know what's wrong with this photo. I can't seem to find a single thing.
I mean, it is really
good.
I didn't see it myself first time, and I saw the movie, and then I was like, wait a second. I took a double because I was
Frankenstein.
Yes.
The amount of Frankensteining she did was actually kind of fascinating when she showed us how she did
by
it.
the way.
Yeah, like the iPad program.
Wait,
yeah.
You actually did.
Lauren, put me in the movie. I'm not gonna pay you, but do it.
I'm trying to make Lightning Strike twice at this point because people wanted to see another one.
That
one's going to take a bit longer because I cannot make my mind on a decent shot to make it work. I mean, I have one, but I'm trying to make it work. But I'm trying to also not make it look like a duplicate of the last shot. So, because everyone wanted to have a shot where Lupin was in frame. So I'm trying to make that work.
Why don't you just have a shot? What about the shot where he lands on the roof or when he's in his underwear on the roof, and when Zenny kicks the door down, you're just next to him?
I did a poll. People voted for the group.
Fuck people voting
by a margin. I'm giving that margin difference in what the people
Why
want.
don't listen to the audience. The audience doesn't know what they look. This is why you need to watch Steven Universe. There's a great episode where Steven keeps trying to give Lars what he wants, and Lars keeps getting more and more miserable because Steven is secretly the wrestler that Lars is a huge fan of, and Lars keeps asking, "Stop caring about what I want."
All right.
So
well,
practice
I have
that.
I had a bunch of shots backed up just in case if I couldn't get the group shot to work. So don't worry. If it ends up being just as long as Blue Pond's in frame, whatever the case may be, then it's that. But trying to make that happen again. But that's going to take a while because when I did the first one, I kind of just did it on a whim. I didn't even think I'd be able to make it convincing enough. I kind of just did it and refined it as much as I possibly could. Until
Your eyes just rolled to the back of your head, and the next thing you remember that was there.
Pretty much. My joke is I pretty much black out. I wake up and I go, wait, how did I do that?
Where did all these zennies come from?
the spirit of the Zenigata simp takes over my body and just
You start speaking in tongues and just doodling everywhere. But okay. Cool. Well, that's who you are. I'm.
And I guess if anybody tunes in and does not know who we are, they how did you find us? I mean, if we would have a new guest who is usually not as closely connected to us as Lauren already is, then it could be their audience. But yeah, in this constellation, if you are here not knowing who we are, how did you find us?
That's a great question, and I would love to hear. But if you answer, you're stuck here now. You got to come back every Sunday.
Yeah, that's the law.
Hail SoD.
The law.
Oh man. So, what now? Do we leave? Good show. Okay, bye guys.
But yeah, it was nice having you back, Lauren. So
yeah, thank
good
you.
see.
Yes. I was
It's
tempted
so
to
funny 'cause I'm
actually
still
end the call, but
staring
I
at
knew that would fuck up the
layout. It sure
I'm
does.
still staring
It
at
sure does.
at the ferret in the middle of the screen.
He will stay there, I have to tell you. The ferret doesn't. This is the thing. For this season, we wanted to give the art of the week more appreciation than it got in the past, and it's,
that's good.
because it only got this 20 seconds at the end of the YouTube upload. Which is like,
yeah.
I know, but, and I don't know why it took me. Which season are we in? 4th or 5th? 4th, right? No, 5th. There's a whole hand. There's a whole hand. It's the 5th season.
Yeah, it's that your character's holding up 5.
It does. It looks a little bit like a wave.
Well,
like
yeah,
an
that's what
awkward
it's
wave.
supposed to. That's what it's supposed to also look like. That's why the character in the previous season had
Did
2
4
peace signs. It
fingers,
made
yeah.
4.
Yeah, it's like the hidden meaning.
But as hidden as a fat guy behind a skinny tree. But yes, a
Very
hidden
true.
meaning.
Very true.
But yes, Lauren, we're happy to have you back on.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
And we
I was
would
gonna
be
say-
talking about our week now, but legally I can't talk about mine. So we're just gonna make this a media cast.
And it's a good thing. And it's a good thing. But
Here's
but
the
yeah,
thing:
for sure,
I legally can't talk about what happened to me this week, specifically yesterday. But I will say
it's a good thing, guys. Trust it's just
the
no, it's a
truth
good
is hidden in plain sight, both here and on Twitter. So
thing.
there you go.
No,
And I will say there was a great interaction with me and Max on WhatsApp when I sent him a picture of what was going on, and he didn't realize what was going on at first. And then I said what was happening, and he was like, "Wait, that's so and so."
Yeah, it was a weird angle. Excuse me that I don't recognize everybody's back of their heads.
That wasn't the back of his head.
It was more or
Lauren
less
took the picture.
This
was
more,
his
this
side.
Was, it's three quarter from the back.
It's what could be snuck anyway. So without looking weird.
Yeah. Lauren took a candid shot because she just didn't want to. She didn't want to interrupt me and so with our discussions, and it was great. And you'll see very soon. And let me just say, it was one of those moments where I think genuinely Max was like, "Okay, how did you make this happen?" Because
That's true.
I didn't tell anyone except, I mean, when I told Lauren, "Hey, you want to meet so and so," she was like, "What the?" Okay.
Is that even a question?
Well, yeah, it wasn't even a question. It was more of a like, "You're taking me there." But it was also just, what? Chrissy, how do you do this? Stop it. Yeah. And I keep denying my social ability, and I'll get yelled at every time I deny it. But yeah, legally, I can't talk about my week or that day. Yeah, so we're just going to do a media cast. So you guys don't have to hear our boring drollings about Lauren's dog or Max finding a flat or...
It's true. That was dominating
my existence.
But besides that...
who wants to go first on the media?
Who indeed? I guess since I have those already lying around here, Lauren, why don't you go first, being the guest and all?
All right. So as probably a lot of you know, if you have been living on Twitter or any of the streaming services as of the past couple of days, particularly HBO Max, there was a little surprise dropped, and it was 2 brand new Tom and Jerry shorts animated by the team that works on the new Looney Tunes cartoons for HBO Max. So that means, as you can see on the character model sheets that are being shown, this is how they look, which is like truly like the 1940s, like MGM
era.
So it's really great. I mean, they look very true to form. There's 2 shorts. One is about a cat condo, and the other is about a sushi restaurant. And actually, it's funny. On the other Discord, Chris and I were talking about it, and he said there actually is a specific reason why the sushi episode takes place why it takes place in a sushi place. And he pointed out that Tom and Jerry is highly popular in Japan because it's not verbal. It doesn't use any dialogue. So it's all about the physical comedy. So it transcends any language barriers. So, and given and I'm just gonna say, loop it back around to Lupin and how it's all about the cat and mouse chase. I'm just saying, they like the formula. So
I guess they do.
This is like this. What's that game called? 7 Degrees of Kevin
6
Bacon.
Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees.
I'm just
of
saying
Kevin
it all adds up, guys.
Hi. But I mean, that makes a lot of sense why it would be popular in Japan if it's non-verbal.
Ouch.
But yeah, and then another thing is
some of the slapstick in the show seems like something you would find on a Japanese game show. So
yeah, so it's like but yeah, it was really cool because also I noticed at least on one of the shorts, on the cat condo one, it's called The House the Cat Built. And Dan Haskett was who was the character designer for Ariel and stuff. He was a Disney alumni. I think he maybe still works on and off with Disney, but he's a character designer on one of the Tom and Jerry shorts. So I spotted his name in the credits.
He gets to work for he gets to do animals again because he the other thing Dan Haskett's known for is basically being the person who invented like Minerva Mink and the Chipettes.
Ooh my.
So we salute you.
Look up Dan Haskett if you haven't already, guys.
Fair warning: if you look up Dan Haskett, you're gonna find a lot of horny.
Dan. How do you spell his last name?
Haskett. Yeah, and he also actually designed Zira for Lion King 2. So there is that. And I believe he worked on Ursula as well I just know predominantly Ariel. But
yeah. But
he's
you'll
really
find
good
a
with
fair bit of
really
horny with Dan Haskett because he likes drawing some curvy girls.
He's good with villains and curvy girls.
Yeah.
But then also with Tom and Jerry because the House the Cat Built is strictly just Tom and Jerry. The sushi one does have like a sushi chef in it, and that's about it.
I
But-
see those curvy Dan Haskett girls.
I don't think that's the nicest one that you could have picked for him, but yeah. Would you recommend the Tom and Jerry shorts to people?
Yes, highly recommend them. They are very true to the original cartoons and to just the overall vibe, and the aesthetic is really nice. They kind of make it look like it's the aged colors, so it looks like it's old school, kind of got a little bit of that grainy look to it. The backgrounds are really nicely painted. They look like, they're especially when nowadays, when even if it's digitally painted, if you can do it with the proper brushes, it makes it look like traditional medium. The backgrounds are really nice. And actually, if you've seen the new Looney Tunes cartoons, there's a lot of that seamless puppet to hand, frame by frame animation. There's a lot of that used, and it's very seamless, just like in the Looney Tunes cartoons, and it looks really good. So again, it's all really well done and really funny. I mean, especially when you're going back to cartoon violence and how violent
Who
the
doesn't
Tom
like
and
some
Jerry
violence?
cartoons could get. I think each of these are special shorts, so they're only 4 minutes long. So 4 minutes long each. But so
They're
very easy to
bite-sized.
check out. Yeah, very easy to check out. So highly recommend them if you have the chance to on HBO Max, because that's where they're at right now.
Neat.
Yeah. HBO Max, another example of just single-handedly saving animation on TV.
It's true. I think it's become one of my new favorite streaming services for sure.
I mean, where else can you say saved J.G. Quintel's show from the hellscape that TBS caused because of Louis C.K. not wanting to keep shit in his pants? Basically being on the place that is going to house Clone High after 17 years. Bringing back like 3 different Cartoon Network properties that people wanted. And is saving Infinity Train from the grasp of the Cartoon Network CEO who apparently just hates animation. Infinity Train Book 4. Give it to me. It's saved. Oh, rejoice. But yes, so what is your medium, Maxie?
Oh, I was about ready to throw
I'm
yours
saving
in there.
the best for last.
Oh, is it so? So yeah, mine, I just really hope I haven't talked about it yet, because I had it on the back burner for so long. I did not talk about Man in Motel, did I?
No, you haven't.
Okay. Whew. Because I had this on the back burner 1 or 2 episodes ago, and I was so set and ready to use it, and then something else. Oh, didn't I remember? I believe this was the one where I was suddenly had the epiphany and was like, wait a second, we watched Soul this week. So
yes, that was it.
So I dropped Man in a Motel for talking about Soul. I know what a weird decision that was. But yeah, who is Man in Motel? So how I
Man in a motel?
He actually is. But more on that later. So first, how did I discover him? Yeah, some of you might recognize this purple logo on many of his screenshots. He is doing the smart thing to get started on YouTube, namely leeching on to an already established creator and making fan stuff of it. I might never have experienced that, like seeing people doing something. We had some in our circles. We had some people who just came through the door with some kind of fan service thing, like some crazy thing to the big creator, which took everybody's attention. Or like, ooh, let's share this, and that gave them nice starts. And yeah, what this fellow does, I assume he's a fan of the Trash Taste podcast, which I have. Also to this day, not missed a single episode.
He did a Gus and Eddie animated. I can see it next to the one that you.
That one too. I mean, this is how I found him. Well, he's taking the guys from the podcast, from the video podcast, and he does a little bit of those animations. how are they called? The text ones.
What, kinetic text?
But he then goes, I personally love the burger episode, so this is basically the one I would recommend to start, where they're all like, I guess I can play a little bit of audio, at least for the viewers. Like, where he takes, where they obviously only talk and takes their monologues or what they say and turns it into visuals. And and when they get more aggravated as they talk, like you guys probably have seen animatics for podcasts. And what is it when he starts to slap?
You're great at pitching this silently to us.
I know. I'm very great at this. Thank you.
In a way, it's kind of like the Cox and Crendor format, where it's taking the audio and then just running amok with it.
Absolutely.
Thank
Cox
you,
and Crendor is a good comparison. It's less wacky in that regard. It is why Cox and Crendor is a podcast which is all about the nuttiness. And then them being incohesive, while Trash Test is actual conversations between those three friends. And so he stays a little bit more focused, like they stay focused in their conversations. And as you can see, I actually watched everything he has to offer. Jesus. So my favorites clearly are the Trash Taste ones, because there are many ones. The Gus and Eddie one is also fun. So if you're a fan of whatever Gus and Eddie is, this, also entertaining. Where it becomes a little bit more tricky, and where I have to put out a bit of a disclaimer, he also, I believe he did a fan mail one or something, or it either in this one or in this one, he explains, oh no, this is the one. This is the one where he did a little bit more like talk about himself, and apparently people reacted positive to it and were like, oh, cool dude, tell us more. So he is a guy who literally currently lives in a motel, I should say, as a 24/7 receptionist. As a single employee, 24/7 in a motel. So first of all, he has great clientele. And he also has this thing like...
I didn't know that kind of job can exist.
It does. Maybe it's in Canada or something. So the idea is probably that in theory he obviously doesn't have to work 24/7, but he is basically on 24/7 standby. And there's no other colleague. So even when he goes out grocery shopping, if somebody rings the bell in the motel, he basically needs to drop everything and return to the motel. And apparently his boss is a complete asshole. So the thing is, his first one, he had a lot of exaggeration and humor going on, and you actually see in the preview, you see his avatar standing there at the reception smiling. So the first one is like
the
funny.
Second one literally says, help me.
That one, my work and the help me one. So I was like, hey, this is super fun. Hey, I like this guy, and I was like, yo, Denim, he made a new video. Let's watch this. And we watched it, and it's just depressing. He's just saying really horrible stories from the hotel, and they were lacking the over-the-topness and the cheekiness and the tongue-in-cheek of the first one. It was just like him telling absolute horrible events, and we were like, that's supposed to be funny, right? Fuck, this is depressing. So
yeah, I mean, that sounds like a depressing thing to be. Good thing he's talking about it.
But he does so in the first one too. But in the first one, it's still entertaining and funny. While the second one is just like, fuck. So
I would like this guy.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like this guy.
Check it out, I guess. But point being, what I can recommend is check out his animations to podcast, because there he goes completely like over the top, and it's he has
Stay completely hands off from his life. You know, just don't watch anything about his life.
Yeah, no, I mean the first one is still fun, but I'm just want to give a warning. Like, if the first one is like, okay, but it's getting a little bit too real, maybe skip the help me one and focus to his fan animations. But I would still say check it out. I mean, I'm still dreaming of the day when somebody picks up this podcast to make silly animation things of it, because they're a beautiful thing. And yeah, I had once the idea to do animatics to clips from this show or Let's Plays or whatever. One day, and guys.
Then do it.
But until then, check out Man in a Motel. And
Just
with
do
that,
it.
yeah, just do it. Just do it.
I'm saying just do it to you.
Yeah, no, just do it. Anyways,
You can't just quote the meme and not commit. Like, no one's stopping you from doing it except yourself.
well,
Do it.
and meet the Deedles.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, my children. Welcome to our first meeting of the Society of Deedle, or SoD. I hope you all are doing well, as we will now talk about the one true religion, which is Meet the Deedles from 1998. But yes, so Meet the Deedles is a film. It was the first live-action film from DEEK. You know, the people that made Inspector Gadget and The Real Ghostbusters and the Sabrina the Teenage Witch animated show. The DEEK Entertainment, Dick Entertainment. And it stars Paul Walker from the Fast and Furious movies
Oh my.
and Dennis Hopper.
Huh.
And it's about these two brothers. I think their names are like Drew and Stu Deedle, and Stu is not spelt like Stuart. It's spelled Stew, like the soup. Who are these two surfer dudes who just had their 18th birthday, and their dad is mad at them for skipping school on their birthday because he's like, boys, you need to be ready for when you take over Deedle Co., my multi-billion-dollar corporation. Which I don't. Sure. So I'm going to send you with my friend from Vietnam to learn how to be a man. And through shenanigans involving a Bavarian circus, they get stuck at Yellowstone National Park and disguise themselves as park rangers. And they have to save the day from Dennis Hopper, who wants to siphon out all the water from the old fateful geyser in Yellowstone Park.
See, when you get from point A to point B, I still am confused how you even got from point A to point B.
Yes. Now how I discovered Meet the Deedles was I was in a call with Derek, Salty DK Dan, and our friends. And we were just chatting, and I was like, have you guys ever heard of Gadget Boy? And they were like, no, Chrissy, what is Gadget Boy? And I talked to him about it because it was like a spin-off show of Inspector Gadget, where Inspector Gadget's brain gets put into a kid. And it was called Gadget Boy and Heather, and everyone got mad at me now that they know that. And then I just started looking up DEEK things, and I was like, wait, they made movies? And they made Meet the Deedles, and I saw Paul Walker's name, and I was so fascinated by it, and everyone was looking at my screen, and they saw this poster, and they were all very, very disturbed. And then my friend Red said, oh, it's on Disney Plus. So we started watching it on Disney Plus. Guys, the Meet the Deedles is on Disney Plus before the Aladdin animated series is. I want you to realize that.
Oh shit, it actually says Disney on top.
Yep.
Oh no, I didn't even. Oh no.
But yes, Meet the Deedles is a cinematic masterpiece of stupid. I love this movie. I don't know what's going on half the time. They have rocket-powered skateboards.
Who doesn't?
Which, yeah, who doesn't? Apparently, like, the shorter one with glasses, his first establishing shot is his room is full of surfboards and lab equipment, because apparently he's also just some kind of rocket engineer.
Yeah,
Sure.
Of course he is. He wears glasses. He must be smart.
Yeah, and also, like, there's a big plot about a circus Bavarian bear just walking around. And yeah, Dennis Hopper has like a cave secret lair to try to take the water from Old Faithful Geyser. And if you bring surfer dudes and Old Faithful, what's gonna happen? Yo, cowabunga. This movie is such a time capsule, but I don't want to say that because I feel like it's a time capsule of an era that hasn't happened yet. Because it doesn't feel 90s. It doesn't feel 2000s. It doesn't feel anything. It just feels like it exists in its own sector of the universe that we just witness whenever we put it on. Like a tiny wormhole just opens up that is Deedle-sized. But the reason why the Society of SoD happened was because I was streaming Heroes of the Storm at like 2 a.m, and I brought up the poster, and everyone kept saying that I have the hair that they have in this.
Oh no!
So I was like, I guess I'm a Deedle now, and then my entire chat just helped put together a cult. So I have a cult now. That is the Society of Deedle. And everyone is a Deedle once they watch Meet the Deedles. Before that, they're just the Deeds. And apparently,
guess this puts us back on schedule. I calculated that your cult would start in around 2020. Then Rona happened, so it makes sense that now that this comes down, you're back on track with the cult thing. I didn't expect the Deedles to be involved, but Disney makes sense.
Enigma. A Deedle is not just a person. It is not just a character played by Shortman and Paul Walker. Deedle is a state of being. It is a state of nirvana, a state where you are above all the pain and suffering in the world and just want to go on your rocket-powered skateboard to Yellowstone National Park. It is when you are free of life's troubles and worries, which is why you need to join SoD. Oh, also, apparently the cult, the society, gave you guys roles. I'm the High Priestess Deedle.
Makes
Lauren
sense.
is High Priestess Mocha, and you are
No part.
our High Priest Ferret, which specifically doesn't have any powers. It's just a title.
Sounds good. I don't want to have power. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, you just get the title of priest.
That works for me.
Yes, Denim, I've seen Surf Ninjas. Yes, I do enjoy it. What are you doing?
90s Disney
I'm not
was a whole
centered,
other
and my OCD is getting to me.
But yes, I implore everyone to watch Meet the Deedles. Join the society. And also, if you want to see what executives thought was cool in 1998, this is the movie for you. Because, oh my god, it tries. It tries. And it doesn't succeed. I would say it's more watchable than Freddy Got Fingered, but that's like a fucking hurdle pole being laid flat on the ground.
I mean, Freddy Got Fingered isn't watchable, so...
Yes, it is! Yes, it is! That movie, Freddy Got Fingered, is a fucking masterpiece in anti-humor. It is shitpost, the movie, because it was a bunch of execs who were like, hey, Tom Green is popular, but they didn't know why Tom Green was popular, so they gave him a bunch of money, and Tom Green was like, this is what you get, this is your punishment, and made that. Are you saying that if you didn't have millions of dollars from a bunch of stupid, ignorant executives, you wouldn't try to waste it in the most spectacular way? I would have scenes of Rip Torn getting jizzed on by an elephant. Hail SoD.
So, who should watch Meet the Deedles and who shouldn't?
Anyone with taste should watch Meet the Deedles.
Seems legit.
Also, people who just want to make fun of a movie with friends and stuff, or, just, like, sit down, be like, I want to watch something stupid. and like make fun of it, laugh at it, riff at it. This is the movie for it.
Yeah,
If
it
you
takes
don't
a
feel like
particular
thinking,
kind of movie. It takes
yeah,
a
if you don't
particular
feel
kind of movie
like
to sit down with a
thinking,
group
this is the
and
movie
make
for
fun of
you.
it.
And you know what? I think we all have that moment.
But-
We all have those days where I just don't want to think.
Yeah, that actually
And that-
sounds like a legit good recommendation, all joking aside.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was just low key calling people stupid. But yeah, people who don't like it. If you don't like movies like Freddy Got Fingered is nowhere near this movie. This was just for me to say that I would spend millions of dollars to watch someone get jizzed on by an elephant. If you like movies like Dumb and Dumber or like Dude, Where's My Car, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, that's the genre this movie is in. It's not as good as Bill and Ted, but I will counteract with that with saying, have you watched Bill and Ted recently?
It's a product of its
I
time.
don't. Look, I think like I think when we like when we count how great Wayne's World or Bill and Ted or Dumb and Dumber is, we forget humor was different back then. In topicalness, but we just were more happy to be dumb. We were more content to be stupid. And that's where this movie is. If you're content to be stupid, you'll like this movie. If you feel like you've grown past it and you want to be highbrow, hoity-toity all the time, nose up in the air into God's ass, then don't watch it.
That sounds like me.
This is what? Nose up to the air in God's
Yeah.
ass? Or
Yeah.
oh no. But yeah, that's Meet the Deedles. Hail Zod, my children. Go spread the word.
Hail Zod.
Hail Zod. You have to say Hail Sod because Hail Zod is a Superman.
Yeah, that's like that's Superman.
Hail Zod. Hail Zod.
No, don't try to make it cool, dude. We don't need to try to get the youth involved in this. This isn't a place for the youth. Oh man, I just also say the Meet the Deedles conversation also spurned from me talking about hell houses. You know, the haunted houses that are inside of churches.
Yeah.
So I educated my friends, my good friend Derek, and all my other friends a lot, and I still don't know how I'm still in that friend group. They're just like, why do you know so much about so many things? And I was like, what? Do you not just randomly look up things just so you can know?
I used to.
Is that not a normal thing?
No, as I said,
what?
I used to, but I'm also like 1.5 decades older than you, so it makes sense that things I did in the past is what you do in the present.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I think you should go back to looking up random things.
Yeah, it's a fun thing.
It keeps your brain working. It also basically makes you a feared member of society because you just can bring up something when the moment gets quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I remember for one video where it was, what was it about? For some reason, it was about. Yeah, in one video I made at the very end, I just made a small tidbit about that. Yeah, they are far enough cousins you can still ship them, and
that was the Pinky Apple Pie.
Yeah, and
episode,
I actually before that, by writing this script, I looked up those whatever this factor is which determines how problematic it is to reproduce together. God, I forgot the name of it. It's also a few years ago. But yeah, I spent basically time and read up on all the thing. Like, you have 100% if you are siblings, or... No, I believe you only have 100% when you are actually clones, or one-egged... Twins, that's the thing. When you're twins or clones, you actually have 100%, or 200% even. I don't know. But yeah, I went down this rabbit hole for a 20-second joke at the end of a video.
The rabbit holes are the best things to go down. I spare this podcast a lot with the amount of rabbit holes I go down and the things that I know. A whole podcast could just be dedicated to rabbit holes, and you guys would never go home.
Just like a rabbit hole and how it works. You never leave it.
Exactly. But now I think it is time for the questions, the Q&A.
Yeah, let's answer. Let's do some Q&A.
Also, Enigma, you can't ask questions on Twitter and Discord.
This is official new rule.
Enigma's a
He does that to get past the whole thing of asking many questions. I know that you do this. Stop it.
Calling out.
We made rules in the first place because you specifically were asking so many questions.
But then we also have the thing where you're so burned out that you need to take entire months off from asking any questions at all.
Exactly. To be fair, this is the first time I've done this in 2021. Stating the year makes it worse because that implies that you've done it before, which we know because we do this podcast nearly every week.
Also, this is only the 5th episode in 2021.
Yeah, you didn't wait.
But
it's been 5 weeks since Enigma's gone on an asking spree. Scratch that.
We need
no,
this
it's because
now.
we took a week off last week. He just got so angry. He was like,
yeah, like, how dare you? I asked extra questions. I need to...
We need to hear
he needs
other
relief.
people's questions too.
The thing is, he's lucky because not a lot of questions were asked this week. Because apparently people just don't want to know what you think about things, Lauren. But...
I'm vocal enough. I guess I'm vocal enough on Twitter, or at least I'm active enough on Twitter. People just ask me, I guess.
Yeah, this is true. But Enigma, ribbing aside, stop it. Get some help. Like Jesus Christ on a cracker.
It's time to stop.
Christ on a bicycle, man. Like, come on. Anyways, what's our first question on Twitter, Nancy?
This question is probably actually more directed. You as an expert can probably answer it the best. I myself, I'm not 100%. I don't see myself as qualified to answer it, and Abby probably cannot answer it honestly. So,
what question is it? Don't leave me hanging here.
Odie is asking, how can we be sure that it isn't actually Abby's dog taking her place instead of Abby? I mean, have we been talking to her dog the entire time?
Woof bark.
That's it. Oh my god, see? Here's the thing. I would like to believe that after 13 years of knowing Lauren and seeing Lauren and Phelps in the same place at the same time would mean that we have been talking to Phelps. No! We've been talking to Lauren this whole time, but need we forget that there have been multiple occasions in media where the cat or the dog is taking over for the human. So how do we know that this is not just a remote-controlled meat suit?
I mean, Lauren, could you do me a favor and look to the left and up?
My left or your left?
Hopefully yours.
Because everything's flipped in camera.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Look to the left.
Yeah, that's
up, yes?
okay.
Now
basically the same.
Oh my god! Oh my, Lauren, can you impersonate that face? No, you have to look up. Oh my god! It's spinning image. First of all, such a photogenic picture of Phelps.
The curly hair going over the shoulder in both cases, the big eyes full of dreams and hopes.
The small little snout, the curled tongue, just God, you really do look like. It's
But I
so-
can guarantee
you are-
you,
I've never-
with both of us being present in the same room, I am not my dog, nor the other way around.
It's just it's so funny. I mean, okay, also Dev said, I used to think I was a dog. I was 3 years old. I am at least 11 years older
Chris
than
has
that
suddenly
now.
showed up in the chat.
Oh yeah, there he is. But can Chris? Okay, Chris, can you tell which one is Lauren and which one is the dog? Is the picture Lauren and the dog, or is it who is Phelps? Who is Lauren?
Look at this.
It's hard to tell.
But I mean, Max, which one do you think is the dog and which one is Lauren? They told you have to tell the difference between these two pictures.
Good answer, Chris.
Oh, good answer indeed. Yeah, I am not entirely sure. That's why I very clearly stated early on that I don't see myself qualified to answer the question. So it's up to you, Key.
Look, it's I already say, I think the one who's moving and talking to us right now is Lauren in my heart of hearts. But the untrained eyes, who've only seen Lauren in person a handful of times. I mean, you've only seen her when we're like going to like a restaurant or a place with lots of food, which dogs love.
Yeah.
Or, at a con full of people and attention, which I know for a fact. Which I know for a fact Phelps loves attention, because if you stop petting him for 1 nanosecond, he'll start screaming. But you've only seen her in situations that would be conducive for dogs just as much as people. So what?
That might have been screaming.
But I eat chocolate and I don't die.
I mean, it depends on the amount. I mean, yes, it's not healthy for dogs, but dogs can eat chocolate without dropping dead instantly. Believe me, we had a lot of stealing dogs over the
and
years.
Garlic. I can eat onions.
Was it any of your asshole dogs your sister had?
Oh, Money never stopped eating everything.
And peaches and plums, all the stuff. I can eat all the stuff that is toxic to dogs. So
all right, but here's my argument. Phelps is a fucking unit of a dog. He is like 12 times the size of what a King Charles Spaniel could be. How do we know that he doesn't just have a mutant stomach? Like, and thus you have a mutant stomach.
No, trust me. After having to feed him, he's very finicky about things to eat. So
he is like 13 years old now.
I am not picky.
An old man.
He, on the other hand, is. So
yeah. Phelps is the embodiment of lights are on, but no one's home. I mean, that picture does not help that. That looks like Wii music is playing in his head.
I was going to say, it's the Wii music.
The best looking dogs are the ones that look like the lights are on, but no one's home. But there's your answer. Also, Odie, I'm going to yell at you now because you just did what Enigma did.
Oh, he asked on both ends?
Yes, because he asked questions on Discord. Odie!
Well, talking about Discord.
I'm here seeing someone type ANY's victim of bullying, and I can't tell if that's Lieb from the Spiritfarer stream, or if that's or if this is Enigma, which would be my bullying. So, okay, question. Hail Sod asks, comfort songs, brainless songs? I guess, what are your comfort and brainless songs? That is all that Hail Sod wrote.
Comfort
I guess, like,
brainless songs.
Comfort songs, brainless songs, the Wii music.
Talking about perfect segue.
I make better segues without trying than you've done over the 4 years we've done this show.
That is potentially true.
Potentially.
Comfort songs. God, too many to pick.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's like...
Odie is on fire. How do I get this? Damn it, how do I get this on the big screen?
Can you just click on it? Here, I'll put it in. I'll put it in the group DM.
That should work.
I feel like there's too
Lauren,
many.
you get to see this.
No.
I mean, it's
He's going off. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but
not wrong,
I
but he's
guess,
going
like-
off.
I guess like my comfort the weirdest thing is my comfort songs, because that implies that you're listening to this song because you need comfort, are usually songs that encapsulate how I feel in the moment. So a lot of them would be sad. But I guess like I'm trying to think of
There it
brainless.
is.
Like most brainless songs are usually like 90s or 2000 ska music, like things that are super high energy. Like that's mine. That's my brainless music. It's like really high energy, like Save Ferris, Come On Eileen. I don't need to think right now. All I need to do is rock.
Yeah. 80s music,
It's
Broadway
pretty
songs,
good for that.
and Beatles music. Those are and Disney songs. I know those are whole
yeah.
genres, but you know what? I don't care because there's too many. I listen to so much music that that's like comfort stuff right there. Like anytime, any place. So
I'm
Yeah.
barely listening to music nowadays. I just realized, except for having stuff run in the background doing work, but that doesn't really count.
My brainless music is 5 hours of coding music on YouTube.
Yeah, this is pretty literally brainless music, but I mean, I recall that a comfort song of mine used to be Walking on Sunshine. That was like actually when I was feeling down, I could turn on this tune and was like, la, 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 woo. So I haven't tried it recently, but maybe it still works. But in general, older songs work well because they come with a nostalgia aspect to it.
Anything on Star-Lord's playlist is awesome. Mixes are good.
Basically, that's all like good stuff, good comfort songs.
Lauren would
why
understand
Mission
this.
Breakout's one of the most fun rides to go on. I'm like, I love Tower Terror with all my heart, but when they changed over to Mission Breakout, and when you could ride a ride that's as fun as Mission Breakout, and you're jamming out to things like you're jamming out to the Jackson 5 or to Elvis or anything like that, or it's just 70s rock. It's like it's so much fun. It's my aesthetic.
Oh, Lauren would understand this. You know what else is comfort songs? The background music they play at Disneyland, like the instrumentals of songs.
The loops, the park loops are.
The park
I used
loops.
to listen to that's actually really good. I used to listen to a ton of those while I worked. And honestly, every now and then I do bring them back on. I just like to switch up things here and there. But yeah, park loops. Fun fact:
the park loops are nice. They remind me of better times.
My brother used to run the Mr. Theme Park's audio. Actually, technically, I guess he still runs it, but he has not uploaded anything new. But he used Mr. Theme Park audios on YouTube, and so you're welcome for those loops because he put them up there.
Mr. Theme Park.
Mr. Theme Park audios.
Theme Park.
And I don't know, he was able to find all of these audios and upload them.
Audio.
So
I put the link down below for everybody watching.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if I find it.
Well, I found it. But like, God, he has the highest viewed video on his thing is the Splash Mountain soundtrack.
Gee,
that thing has almost 900,000 views.
And it's funny. It's funny because I remember I was in a tiki group and seeing somebody saying, I'm just listening to this while I'm sitting at my little at-home tiki bar, and it was the Trader Sam's loop from my brother's channel. So I said, hey, by the way, my brother posted this. And they're like, oh, that's so cute. So it's like...
Odie updated it to make it better.
Yep. I guess I can show the update.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
Anyways, what's another question we have on
another question on the Twitter? J-Rock with his would you rather fall 3, would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again? I think this is a good one because they both have very similar energy. Like waiting in a line or waiting for a cross light to turn green.
I would do the line one because if everything I touch, like if every stoplight I go by turns green, that just sounds like a traffic problem waiting to happen. I feel
was
like
thinking the same thing.
somehow, some way, I'm going to cause a four-car pileup or something.
But what
Yeah,
if...
I was.
Okay, Oron?
I was gonna say the exact same thing. All I could immediately think was like almost like a Bruce Almighty situation where everything starts going your way, but for everybody else around you, it's all of a sudden really shitty. And I'm like, if there was no line,
Yeah.
it's not shitty for anybody. But when you have the traffic signal only working for your favor, it's not working in anybody else's favor, just yours. So it's
Yeah, because like say that you're driving and there's a red light coming, so you're slowing down to go to the red light. That means the other cars the other way are going, and then, but as soon as you go up to it to slow down, it suddenly turns green. So you have all the cars from the previous thing suddenly have to stop or speed up to finish their pathway, and it's just like this just sounds like I'm inconveniencing everyone, and I'm not that selfish. But if I just got like this thing that was like, hey, you can go to the front of the line all the time, it's like, that's just getting the quick pass at Knott's Berry Farm, baby. I'm fine with that. Also, in a time like this, that means I could be at the front of the line for the vaccine. I win.
That is true.
So you what your answer, Lauren, was which one? So also,
I'd rather have no lines,
Okay.
no lines, because I can put up with this. I can put up with the signals. It's the lines. Also, on top of that, yeah, just to Key's point, it was going to be after a year of being in a pandemic where you have to fucking stand in line for everything to get into every store to get whatever you need. Yeah, kind of would like to not deal with that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess just to be the devil's advocate or play a little bit of the contrarian. I would say
Sorry, just
you sounded like you said devil's avocado.
Yeah, I want to be the devil's avocado. You heard correctly. Do you
Why?
not?
Why do you?
Is this not a saying?
You want
to
be something?
Is this not a saying in English? No, in German, when you say like, "Yeah, I want to be the devil's avocado," everybody's yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
You want to be something that if you leave it out on the counter for like 2 days, it starts to go bad.
I mean, it's a devil's fruit. Obviously, it goes bad. If you could just wholeheartedly enjoy it at any day or time of the day or after a few days, it would not be the devil's fruit. It would just be like, yeah, that's a pretty neat fruit. So, but yeah, I mean, if we exclude the idea that it actually happens, like on the quick path on the one hand, or like that because you approach, the crosslights suddenly all change and traffic jams happen. No, if we approach it like, okay, it's a cosmic thing, like it just happens to be. When you come somewhere, there just happens to be no line, or the new cashier just opens the moment you come to the point of sale. That it's like, bling, new cashier opens just because it happens. That cosmic stuff aligns in your favor. And then I would say like, hey, standing in line, you can work for standing in line. You can plan for it, like at a convention. You can get a quick pass. There is a way around it. However, there's nothing suckier than being stuck in traffic, or especially as somebody who likes to take the bike, when it's not just driving a car, it's like you move your arms a little bit and your feet. This is like chill. This is a chill. You are already in a very relaxing, but on the bike you are like, yeah, especially if you drive like me, like, yeah, and it's a sport. You're doing actual sport, and then suddenly you have to, and then you're on the red light, like, get in,
maybe
go
you
green.
shouldn't.
My
maybe
sweat
you
is
shouldn't
getting
ride
cold.
your bike like a bat out of hell around
But
cars.
that's where the avocado, the devil's avocado comes in. See, you start to grasp the concept. But, yeah, I would say you standing in line you can account for, but being stuck in traffic is just on a general level a nuisance, and therefore I would rather not be stuck in traffic and have the lights turn green. And because I'm a selfish asshole, I would even accept this if this means that my presence causes it and everybody else gets inconvenienced. Next question.
Oh. Oh, that would be awful. Okay. Jesus. God, there's like 5 different things of Lauren and Phelps now. Okay.
Oh, I need to go back and check
Well,
again.
there's
Still
3, but God, that makes it harder to read.
Where's the difference between the last 2 versions?
Yeah, what's
It's
2.0
not even
and 3.0
I mean, I would expect that at some point the screenshots gets actually warped so that they seem to actually be on the sheet of paper that the person's
Are we
holding.
critiquing a meme edit that someone made in 2 minutes?
I mean, the first version I accepted without comment. The second version was a necessary improvement, but the 3.0, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm not sure where the difference is. I believe he zoomed Lauren a little bit in.
No, you have to
not
do
even.
it with the 2 memes going. Needs to find the difference.
You need to tell the difference between this picture and this picture.
This meme and this meme.
They're the same meme. Okay,
I literally don't see
more
that. I don't want to be in memeception, but they are the same picture.
Do you want me to give you the 2.0 one, and then you put them on screen and flip between them? Because this feels like something that you need confirmation for, that they are the same.
I mean, that's my point.
They kind of look the same.
It's
Okay.
It's just cropping of my face, really.
So it is okay. So I detected it correctly. It was like some cropping happening there. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, it's just. Oh, he adjusted it to be actually on the sheet of paper. So no, not even that. Wait, what? I'm getting even more confused now.
Well, yes, but also the image is a little bit like zoomed out. Like it's not as close up on my face. Okay. So there's that and the fact that it fits on the sheet. So those are the 2.
No matter what, at least we can be comforted that Phelps stays constant. He is the size he needs to be because he's a good boy. Okay, so I need more Denim asks, what content creators do you respect a great deal, regardless of whether you regularly follow or even enjoy their content or not? So you like them as a person.
Or what they stand for.
Or what they stand for.
I know that there are. Obviously, being me, I cannot come up with answers, but I know that there are people which I'm like, yeah, I don't really like their content. I don't watch it, but I like what they do, like on a general content. And I'm happy for the people who can enjoy it. This kind of stuff, definitely. But
yeah,
who would?
I'm trying to think. I don't really
content creators. I already have like straight up names of people. It's because it's just content creators, right? So
yeah.
What
do you
hands down? Well, hands down, Markiplier. So just an all around good guy. I had the chance to meet him once. I can verify.
But you don't watch his stuff and you don't like his stuff?
No, I'm saying I do watch his stuff. But I mean, maybe not as regularly as I used to. But it's like I still pop in every now and then, and I still enjoy his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, and then you have people like, for example, Brutal Moose, who doesn't always post, but when he does, I do appreciate what he posts, and he seems like a really chill guy. If you don't follow Brutal Moose, by the way, you should probably go, because he's like a little variety channel, a little bit of everything, but it's his editing kooky for me. It's his editing. I love it. And let me think. It's funny because there's so many that post regularly. I'm trying to think of ones that aren't as active all the time.
I mean, I had a moment like it this week, but like I don't say that I enjoy the entire person or channel. When PewDiePie uploaded his diss track of Coco Melon, like the thing, I had that hand meme moment where it was me, PewDiePie, and that joint hand was shitting on fucking corporate channels that abuse the algorithm and prey on children. I'm down with that. But, you know, I doesn't mean that I'm like, I watch PewDiePie a lot or anything like that. And you know, for all I know, I'm a full believer that people, if they want to, can become better people and redeem themselves. And I'm sure Pewds is one of them, but I also don't watch that content. So I'm not someone who just sits and watches meme reviews, but I respect the meme of meme review. But so it's like, you know, that was my kind of moment, but it's more of the concept of that one particular video than the entire channel in person. But I really don't know. Because the thing is, I try to keep my subscription box kind of clean. So I don't, it's not really on my mind who I follow regularly or not, because the people in my subscription box I do follow regularly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the question would probably be like, who do you respect and whatnot, but do not subscribe to them because the other content...
Okay.
Oh.
I got it. I don't watch their content regularly, but I do support them. It's an OG YouTuber named Joey Graceffa. Not my cup of tea because he does like that YouTube premium show with all the YouTubers called Save the Night and stuff. I'm not much of a fan of it. Like, it's not my thing. I know he also does gaming, not my thing. But he supports fostering animals. Like I found him in my suggested, and he takes in like pregnant foster animals from kill shelters and helps raise puppies, finds them homes and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Good for you. During a pandemic where a bunch of shelters are overfilled or they are closed down, that's fucking wonderful. Like, so you know what? I respect you, Joey. I don't watch your stuff. I don't believe crystals are magic, but I respect you. Oh, Joey Graceffa is one of those like crystal energy people. And Lauren's glaring at me.
I'm not saying
I'm literally
anything.
just staring. Why are you reading into it?
Oh, because I know that you have the whole thing about there's a crystal for that.
But I'm not like that. I believe in it.
I know you're not like that.
I don't believe in it being like the crystals speak to me. I'm not Delia, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, sure, Lauren. And you're also not a dog. We believe all these things here. But yeah, I guess Joey Graceffa is mine. Don't watch his stuff regularly. I do check in once in a while to see how the puppies are doing, because puppies. Who doesn't like a good puppy?
Yeah. I know firsthand that you love nothing more than puppies.
Exactly. I will stop my day to look at a puppy and say, that's a good boy.
Your Twitter feed confirms this statement. But
I have never heard anyone complain about their Twitter feed having puppies on it because I retweet puppies.
Well, obviously not.
Never.
I also retweet ferrets, like that ferret that recently got successfully cloned, and we're very happy for her.
Yes.
But yeah. So on my end, I would probably have the.
Sorry, Tia saying
just complaining.
Key, there are so many beagles. Sorry, you can unfollow me and get out because the beagles are staying. I value beagles more than your follow.
Wow.
I didn't say friendship. Oh, give me more. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. But yes, what about
Tia?
you, Matt?
She's gonna ask for more.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, you and Tia are basically the same person, so I still have to figure out the difference.
Me and Tia are not the same person.
But it was also Tia who started recently to draw Gremlin style, wasn't she?
Yes, she recently did start drawing gremlins.
So the one thing I could tell you apart by, which was like, doesn't draw gremlins, draws gremlins. Even that is gone now.
I think the thing you can tell apart between me and Tia is that you and me talk every day.
Is it really you every day or some days Tia? I'm not sure, that's the point.
Oh my god!
Well, now you know how I feel about being compared to my dog.
There's a difference here. Okay, Lauren,
Are you
Max,
saying-
we're putting your answer aside.
Are you saying
Lauren,
that Phelps
there
is not a real person?
Yeah, first of all, how dare you degrade the existence of Phelps? Second of all,
Wait.
there
I'm
is
not.
a
I'm
staunch
simply
difference
saying now you know how it feels to be compared and saying,
No,
but
no,
we never see
no,
them
Lauren,
in the same
no.
space.
No, Lauren, there is a staunch difference between getting compared to a cute, adorable dog and me getting compared by the German I known for 7 years with another person.
You realize he's yanking your chain.
I know, but the concept is anger-inducing none the least, and we gotta have something entertaining during this show because we skipped the entire week segment. Anyways, what about creators?
Creators, yeah. I'm 100%, as I said before, I'm 100% sure that there are smaller creators where I probably will have this getting up in the 2 a.m. in the night and be like, this is the perfect answer moment. But
A Seinfeld moment.
if this is the official name for it, then yes, a Seinfeld moment where you, what do you call it when you're in the middle of the night, like,
When you wake up with a start, like,
startle, yeah, when I startle up
God.
in the middle of, and then I know the answer suddenly, it comes to me in a dream.
But right now you don't have it.
Yeah, so I have to probably go for the obvious and big answers. PewDiePie would have actually been one of mine as well. I'm not subscribed to him. I was for him when he was still fighting T-Series, but once this battle was and the meme was officially over, I unsubbed again because he produces far too much stuff that doesn't connect with me at all. But I can appreciate what the man stands for. And on a similar note, now that I don't need to pretend to be disgusted anymore, or annoyed or whatever. Jenna Marble was also like this kind of like just being there and doing your own shit. I couldn't connect with her and I found it like, but I could respect like that she is doing that. She reached the top tier of YouTube where she is just doing her shit and people are still eating it up. So,
and she's a nice lady.
Yeah, exactly. I can appreciate being yourself and having fun with it and having people enjoying it. So yeah, respect for that.
It's because of that reason you could tolerate that most of the people around you know and like Jen stuff. I mean, I don't know if that makes you tolerate the amount of Kermit I put everywhere.
No.
You like Jenna, you don't like Kermit.
I mean, he is a victim in this entire thing. Like, his entire...
How is he a victim?
Because his entire dog breed is a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Just look at
but
them.
But Peach is normal.
Is it?
Perfectly normal.
Wait, this was not the Chihuahua. Was it?
Yeah, the Chihuahua is Marbles, the one that doesn't know where. Because Jenna named her channel after Marbles.
Yeah.
That tells you how old Marbles is, by the way.
Marbles is going to be 14 this year. And because Chihuahuas can live till 20 if they're well taken care of, which Marbles obviously is, this dog is going to be 20 years old. But yeah, no, Peach is normal, Bunny's normal, Kermit's just a crybaby.
Wait. Why does Where does Glitchy have custom monkey wrench things from?
Because she's subscribed to Zarel's Twitch.
Oh, and he has them on his Twitch. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No. Oh, look, Tia's like more Cermit. Denham's like, what's wrong with Italian greyhounds? Yeah. What do you have against Cermits, Max?
They are overbred and don't seem to have a lot of brain matter left.
Peach is smart. It's just Kermit who's dumb.
Isn't
Kermit's
Peach the
just
dog who can't
baby.
eat from the floor?
Marbles is the one who can't eat from the floor. Marbles is the Chihuahua that has to eat on the floor. Kermit's the one who cries all the time. Peach is the normal one, and Bunny is the horse.
The horse. Anyways, next question.
But because Bunny's a giant greyhound who's like almost that when she stands on her hind legs is as tall as Jenna and Julian. But yes,
Brandon Croker.
Where were we? Oh no! God damn it, Odie.
A new version. Did
Here.
Hmm.
I'm more mad that you use both gremlins that are made by Tia and not a gremlin I drew. Anyways,
Beautiful.
the next question would be on Twitter, actually.
Yes, it was. Brandon Croker, as I was starting to say. Question for all. What are some lessons you feel you never thought you would learn in your time as a content creator / artist?
Okay, specifically as a content creator.
Yeah, what did you not expect to learn? I mean, there are obviously the things like, I wish I would have learned X earlier, but what did you not expect? What came as an actual surprise at something that you learned by doing your thing?
The world doesn't blow up if you take breaks.
Unless you're a Twitch content producer, because then you will actually lose subscribers, and the subscribers will actually make you lose money. But sorry, you are not
mind.
a Twitch.
I guess you could say, like, don't be afraid to draw stuff for yourself. I guess it's more like I especially when I was in my teens, I did so many requests for other people that I got to a point where I was having breakdowns, and I'm like, I was doing this to be like nice, and I completely forgot to basically give back to myself. So nowadays I feel like I can do that more often for myself. It's just like draw stuff for me, and that's it. And so I guess it was like for a while I forgot to do that for myself, and now it's like I feel a lot better when I can draw stuff for me. You know,
except when
I like drawing stuff for other people too, but it's a balance, finding the balance.
Yeah, it's finding the balance, as in only drawing stuff for your best friend Chris. I can't say that with a straight face.
But yeah, under the assumption that you are not working in an absolutely unhealthy field like a Twitch streamer to begin with, what were you about to say about you?
That the world doesn't explode if you take breaks. Like I'm still learning that, because I kind of, since starting doing stuff as like, this is what I want to do with my life, I just did nonstop work. And we create content creation on the internet is a toxic environment where you are rewarded for not taking care of yourself. You are rewarded. Your toxic amount of overworking is lauded as, look at that work ethic. Like, there's nothing ethical about it. And I've learned the hard way from physically not being capable to work on like some commissions or things where I just had to refund the people and be like, I literally cannot do it, or else I'm going to be in the hospital. Which sounds like exaggeration, but no, it's not. It's not when you have 50 other things on top of it. But it's not. The world is not going to end because you just need a break to maintain the person. You are not the work that you do. You are not the products you create. You are not the skill set that you have. You are, at the end of the day, just a meat bag like everyone else that deserves maintenance and time to themselves. That's why I took a week off of streaming. That's why I was like, I can't do AWKWARDCast this last week. I needed time to be Chrissy. And that's okay. You don't have to be your persona all the time, and you don't have to be ready to put on a show all the time. It's okay. And there's still days I don't believe that. There's still days where I'm like, nope, I am only the art I make, and if I don't provide a use, I am no more useful than a dead clam. But you know, I'm learning.
And you got a support system behind you that's telling you, they're reaffirming to you, take breaks. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take you time, because if there's anything, especially this pandemic has taught us, where everybody suddenly, if they're now working at home and stuff like that, and there's no separation between what they can do on their own time and what they do in the work hours and all that kind of stuff, that it's hard to find a balance. Take the breaks. It's okay to take the breaks. It's okay
And
to
then
take
you get
days
the
for
violent
yourself.
amounts where the support system is like, if you don't take a fucking break, I'm going to hurt you.
If you're gonna hurt yourself, otherwise it's just like, just don't. Just
If you kill yourself, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, how does that work? I mean, I had Lauren had to be a straight up parent to me one night because I wouldn't sleep, and she was like, "Oh my god, Chrissy, just go to fucking bed."
Because you were like, I'm like, I need a parent right now, so I'm just like, okay, then I'm the parent, go to fucking bed.
Then I'm mama now, to bed with you. But yes, that's my lesson. What about you, Mr. Hobbyist?
Yeah, Mr. Hobbies, that's one way to put it. Third time as a content. Never thought you would learn. Good question.
That it's not cut out to be everyone's job.
I guess that is a lesson I had to learn to accept that. But here's the thing: a lot of stuff I kind of had an understanding of ahead of time. Like, for example, that if you are a content producer, or even if you're a bigger content producer, you still are just a person behind it, which is actually, funny enough, not true for everybody. So a lot of people become their persona. A lot of people let it get to their head, and they cannot exist without their content creation anymore. And I'm not they get too deep into it. But I talked about this recently, but it was not on the AWKWARDcast, was it? Like, why realization that I had, like, when I started out, I looked up to this 10,000 subscriber channel. And I was like...
Oh, no, we talked about this on the podcast with Dave.
It was. Okay, I wasn't sure where I talked it. So basically go back to last week's show, or, I believe it was... No, the week before. The last show, whatever.
The last episode.
Exactly. And that was something that I would like to believe that I was aware of this, but when it then flipped and I suddenly had fans, this kind of like, huh, and they probably feel the same way about me. Like it's like, I'm just still me. I just make some stuff, and now suddenly people are like, this perspective, like, you have now fans, you are still you, so they up there are probably also just people behind it still. Anyway, so this is me recapping my answer from last week anyway. So next question, back to the Discord.
Yeah, well, sorry, I got sidetracked and was looking at screenshots from WandaVision. Still can't talk about it yet, but yum yum. Okay. People who've seen the last episode knows why that was a terrible thing I just said. Let's see. ANY's victim of bullying asks, if you became the ruler of the entire world, what would you do first? Yes, a world domination question.
Yeah, we have had them before, but it's interesting to see how it... Somebody go back and find when we answered it before and compare today's answers. Have we changed?
I never answered the question, so...
Have we changed? Lauren, you are now the supreme ruler of the world. The world has finally buckled to your tiny little feet. What is the first thing that you do? You're this 4-foot-tall ruler of the world. I know you're not 4 feet tall.
It's like, everybody, sit down, have some snacks, stop fighting, get your shit together.
Are you saying the first thing you would do is make an international snack time? Like,
hey, everyone feels better
like
when
this
they have
ruler.
food. Come on. I know this comes back to me being a tourist, being a foodie, all that stuff. But come on. Food is a universal language. Everybody sit down, have a nice meal, get to know each other, get onto even ground, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, stop fighting.
I'm just imagining just an international, just everyone in the country has to convene to this one spot, and just like a giant picnic blanket, and everyone's eating hopefully this isn't a universe where what's going on right now is not happening and we can have like close encounters with people. But just like, okay, everyone has, it's like, so what do you have? I have a sandwich. What about you? Some hummus. Oh, nice. You want to try it? Yeah, sure. Like, it solves all the world's problems. It's just one giant picnic.
And actually, by getting everybody to stop what they're doing, technically speaking, I was going to segue into another point where I would be like, stop the deforestation and the poaching. Just stop. You don't need to do that shit. So please stop. But if you get everybody to stop what they're doing, that also includes all of that. So technically, it's a pretty all-encompassing order.
So your first orders of business are world peace and saving nature. Jesus! Could you take this halo off for 1 second?
No! Because, look, we need an angel right now, because if you put the three of us together, we are the alignment of demon, whatever is in between an angel. I don't know what's between demon and angel besides person. Purgatory.
You are the human in this.
Demigod.
I have a halo and little horns holding up the halo. I'm like in between. I'm the hybrid.
Talking about Miss Hybrid, what would you do?
I could rule the world.
First thing. What is the first thing you would do? Also, the question goes also out to the chat. Chat, what would you do? World ruler, first thing. Some people already answered.
I would take the closest people in my life, and because I can rule the world, I can get them all the time that they can off of work and take them on a big vacation. And because I'm the ruler of the world, we get a carte blanche on everything, so we don't gotta pay for shit. We get to do whatever we fucking want. The Court of Misfits will get... Yeah! Like, we could go to fucking New York and like California and Japan and all the fun places, and I could just be like, you don't have to pay for shit, just take what you want. I mean, I would still tip the people if we're going to food places because they work very hard.
Exactly.
But I would...
Leading by example.
I am leading by example. I would still give them nice tips and everything. But the point is, we are not going to have to, like, pay for plane money and stuff. There you go. That's mine.
Class plane rides. This is the one thing where I'm always... Where even I cheapen out, and I'm looking like... This is like, you get a nice round trip from Europe to the US, round trip for like, if you're lucky, for like $600-700. And then you look at the first class tickets and they're like $5,000-6,000 in the same plane, and you're like, it looks a lot more comfy, but not that much more comfy.
Yes, I agree. I remember like one of the first times I came to visit you, I had like a layover somewhere, and they were like, oh, we have opening spots in our business class, like the second class below first class. And I was like, all right, I just want to know, how much is it? And they were like, oh, so it's like $1,000 extra. I'm like,
my entire flight cost 100.
My entire flight costs less than that. Like, fucking, I'm not paying that much for more leg room and maybe slightly better food. Like, no. But hey, if I could rule the world and do whatever I want, we get to finally see what it's like. And then we could be like, this is not worth it. And tell the world it's not worth it. Your world supreme leader is telling you first class is not worth it. Just make the planes be better for everyone else.
Yeah.
You know what? That's my addendum. If Lauren gets to have a second thing along with world peace, I'm gonna make it that it's a fucking law that airplanes have to make better accommodations for economy. No more trying to just make as many seats as possible where you barely have any room for yourself. No. This is not how it fucking goes. You're not making me pay more to sit in a smaller spot in a sardine can. That noise. So that's what world leader Chrissy would do. Hail SoD. What about you?
So, apparently now I am actually the one in between the angel and the one who, until her addendum, was very much on the selfish trip. Like, yeah, I do a big world tour party with my besties. Like,
Yeah.
no, I actually.
But I would still tip people, so people would still get something good out of it.
That's true. No, I would probably go in there and take basically all the leaders, slap them over the head, and be like, okay, guys, we are living in the 21st century. Update all the shit, all the internet laws, nah? Fair use globally and on and as a proper thing. And YouTube has to actually play by the rules, and the big companies don't get to abuse it and shit like that. Copyright stuff. Disney, your namesake guy is dead forever. You don't have the fucking right on the fucking mouse anymore. Stop sending lawyers to extend the public domain bullshit. All of this stops. Like, coming in there, being like, IPs hoarding like some game companies do. No. Artists can get their IPs back if you don't do anything with it. So that kind of thing.
You can't send a cease and desist to a kid who wanted to have Spider-Man on his gravestone, Disney.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, or Nintendo. Stop fucking with people, fans doing appreciated stuff for you on YouTube. Go out of here. So, okay, this was my answer.
Wow. So let's just reflect on this before the next question. So Lauren, your whole thing was getting people to sit down, have a snack, connect with each other again, and stop deforestation and poaching. Wow. Claps for Lauren. Beautiful, beautiful. Mine was going
like
on
Miss Universe, but
mine was going on a fucking bender with with all my closest people, so Brett, Lauren, and Max, to the coolest places on Earth, while still giving tips to people and also making life easier for folks by having the airplane companies be better. Okay, one clap for the airplane thing. The other one is like, well, the other one is like a rock star movie, so good for you. Max is
talking about. Can we bring The Rock? I mean, you said only your close friends, but could we also bring The Rock at least for one stop?
Fine. I'll bring The Rock for when we're going to Hawaii. I'll let Denim and Kichi come for Japan. Let's see what else. If we decide to go to Odie, where do you want to go? I was thinking of you. Where do you want to? You want to go to London? You want to go somewhere that's not South America? When we go to there you go. But there's certain places where it's only the four of us. See, I am a benevolent ruler. Okay, but the and Max's was to get companies to honor copyright. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think mine was the most selfish answer.
As I said, I was the in-between.
Yeah. I was the demon all along. Rah. Okay, so do we have any more on Twitter, or?
That's the question. So, does Enigma get his free pass on Twitter or not?
Let me see what the question was.
Would you rather buy a sketchpad or
Fine. Okay, we're doing this. Would you rather? We're not doing his last question on Discord.
Okay. So yeah,
that's fair. You can ask that question next week, Enigma. But we're doing the would you rather because this one seems more fun.
Okay. Would you rather buy a sketchpad or book that makes anything you draw come to life, or your doodles and scribbles get very popular, but your detailed drawings are ignored outright? Wait, isn't the second one already your guys' reality?
Lauren, you go first. I know you had a very strong opinion on this question.
Yeah, because we are both in agreement on this one. Yeah, because the second one is our reality, and it's a reality for a lot of artists. So, so I'd much rather have a sketchbook or anything like that that allows me to create whatever I want and have that come to life. Because what artist wouldn't want that? When you have the two, honestly, when anything can be possible with one and the other is literally just going like, I'm just looking at the numbers, you shouldn't be so focused on the numbers in the end. It's really, I get to make this happen? Anything happen? And so it's like, I don't know. I just think the first one's the infinitely better option.
Here's my question. Would the doodles come out of the book looking just like animated version of the doodles, or would they become a real-life counterpart of the doodle? Like, if I drew a butterfly, would what comes to life be the doodle of the butterfly, or would it be an actual butterfly?
Yeah, good question.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool if there were different versions of different sketchbooks. Like, what if there were certain particular books where if you drew something, it became a fully fledged thing, or there were other ones where it preserved the you know, if
just
you were
made
doing
it
a sketch
Roger
and it
Rabbit's
preserved
universe.
the sketchiness or preserved the art however you put it down. That'd be pretty
I'm just
cool.
saying, because I doodle some because of a sketchbook is where I don't try. So if I have like a weird doodle where the character's head is this big and their arms are really tiny or something, I would be worried about
You mean like this?
that thing existing. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine the Grems being in real life, like just crawling around, like, because I mean, it's already canon. These things don't talk.
That's why I said keeping the sketchiness at the very least, it preserves that whole. There's a barrier where it's almost like Roger Rabbit, you know, everything still looks like a cartoon
with the Roger Rabbitness of the world, because
I'd rather have that than have an Alvin and the Chipmunk situation where they look terrifying in 3D.
Oh god, these things would be terrifying in 3D. Just these bulbous-eyed creatures, just with tiny little black hands. Just because it's also canon. These things don't talk. They make one noise. It's like a skinwalker. But like so yours is the Living Sketchbook.
Yes.
That means that drawing could come to life.
Great. More competition for me.
Mm-hmm. It's you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with fuller hair and a suave tail and everything. I cannot compete with that.
He can't.
Yes. I am self-critical enough to acknowledge this guy up there.
He would. Yeah.
Not even to mention that he has Lupin genes in him, which makes him even superior.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're both great. You're both wonderful. I think you're both pretty swell, but that one's an anthro-ferret dressed as Lupin. But yeah, what about you, Max? You have the sketchpad that can bring anything to life, or your doodles and scribbles can get very popular, but something detailed that you put a lot of work into gets ignored outright.
I mean, having had the tiniest of taste from the last one, mostly by having my actual drawings being kind of overlooked, where I actually put, in my case, even weeks of work into, because I'm just still on that extreme amateur level. To just be overlooked and knowing how painful it is, and I cannot really go for that. And the first one, I mean, come on, guys, I'm a furry, so that would be a motivation to improve my art style, and then get all. Do I have any furry ladies here? Get all them furry ladies. Okay, Talia is not really.
They're mostly horse ladies.
Yeah, but this here is not a horse. Whoop there. Also Judy.
Oh, yeah.
Judy. Fan art of Judy that instantly comes alive.
Yeah, Judy would come to life.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also good at style emulation, so you could just emulate a style of something, draw that, and then it would just be...
I would just team up with Ambrose. Ambrose, this is my magic notepad. Start drawing, buddy.
Oh, God. Here's the thing. I'm going to be the contrarian. I'm going to pick the doodles Here's the thing. And yes, you shouldn't look at numbers. I'm going to take a page from Lauren. But if my doodles and scribbles get very popular, I could just publish a book of a bunch of scribbles and it would make boku dollar. So I would have a consistent source of income that I could use to invest in the detailed stuff, the passion stuff. Even if it gets ignored and outlooked, I get to do that stuff for me. And you know what? If I have to make a 5-second doodle and to get me a few extra bucks for some fucking McDonald's or something, who cares? Then I do that. It's the point of that. In that universe, my passion projects are purely for my own. And
That's true.
And you know, this says that it's drawings, like it's detailed drawings. It says nothing about animation. Animation is just a bunch of fast doodles in sequence.
You found the loophole.
I found the loophole. Abby, I could make money off of doodles and finance Abby and Theo outright with just fucking doodles. I would do that in a heartbeat. Also, I draw a lot of fucked up shit and a lot of myself. Know what would say about me if every doodle that I draw in that thing comes to life. Because you know what I draw the most often, people? I draw my mink, I draw my gremlin, and I draw like Lauren and Max. Do we really need like 50 Laurens and Maxes crawling around the place? I know that would be...
You're doing it very hard. You buy a sketchbook that makes anything you draw come to life. So it sounds like it's not optional. It just happens. The moment you draw in it, it happens.
Yeah. So I'm asking the world, do you really want 50 Maxes to be walking around the place?
I'm pretty sure
we'd have to draw multiples of ourselves. I would say you could have something. You just draw it and then you realize, oh, I drew that. That's okay. Then I'd choose a regular sketchbook to draw whatever I want in it.
It's the thing.
And you reserve that other one. I think you reserve the other one to bring stuff to life. You can have multiple. Nobody think though when every sketchbook brings them to life.
I don't think when I draw Lauren, what if I just am like, okay, I'm gonna just doodle a Lauren and a Max now, and it's like, oh no, it's in the Living Sketchbook, and now there's just an extra Lauren and Max living in this universe now. I don't know. Exactly. I don't know if you guys would be comfortable with that. I don't know if the world would be comfortable with that. I would be, because now I have the people that I care about most all under one roof. Because then Brett already lives here. I don't need to draw him. Now I have all three. Hooray! But that's still weird. And that feels like a monkey's paw situation waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the more pragmatic answer.
I stand by my point.
Hey, you know what? You're fine to stand by
your point. I see your point, and I still stand by mine. So there's
and the Laura Doodle that will come to life in my world will probably agree with you. Because it's you. Okay, so final thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, my face is so fucking itchy today. But so here we are. So mysteries. People love them and they draw lots of intrigue and suspense, but there's got to be a specific person situated to catch the culprit or criminal responsible for such situations. Lucky me that I found 3 suitable contenders to crack this case. So here's the mystery of Fuck, Marry, Kill, detectives and or investigators. So, Detective Gumshoe from Ace Attorney, L from Death Note, the anime, not the live action movie.
Very important.
And last but certainly not least, Inspector Zenigata from Lupin anime and movies. I'm sure you can all gather the right clues and figure out the mastermind behind such a devious and dastardly act such as this movie and solve this marvelous mystery. Spoilers, it's me.
The
Devil
Enigma
faces.
Prince.
Lauren, it's your turn.
The problem
Happy Sunday.
you can only marry or fuck him.
Yeah, you can't have both. Oh, what? Well, what's your argument there?
Well, one can lead to the other.
I mean, no, you know what? No, this is an Amish marriage. Unless you're planning to have a kid with him, you're not fucking him. In this marriage, in this holy land of fuck, marry, kill, the only sex you're having with the marriage partner is to bring forth new life. And I know none of us here want children. So
happy
expect
sex.
a celibate message.
So yeah, maybe it's easier. Let's start with the kill. Who of the three do you
which one
want
are
to
you
kill?
killing? I know
So-
you like Gumshoe too, so this is great.
Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
So let's list off the options now.
Detective
So that I-
Gumshoe.
Mm-hmm.
L from Death Note. So like the guy who constantly sits
Yes,
really weird
yes.
and
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And Inspector Zenigata.
Kill L. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's already gonna happen, so it's
Okay,
Kill
but
L.
now to the actual difficult part.
Okay, actually, no. This is gonna be
what?
no. Actually, here.
Oh.
Fuck Gumshoe.
Uh-huh.
Marry Zenigata.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Why?
I see is well, first of all, yes, I'm speaking out of a bias. So it's like I see Zenigata's for the once you actually pin him down when he's not freaking chasing Lupin all over the place.
Okay, pinning him down, yes.
Stop.
You just said you want to marry him and not fuck him. Why are you pinning him down now? I'm so confused.
So, I've seen a lot of the fantastic qualities that would make a fantastic husband in Zenigata. And Gumshoe, I do see a lot of equivalent ones. However, I know I'm attached to both, but I see Zenigata as the long haul. I see him for much longer. So, Gumshoe.
So what you're saying is that Gumshoe is the store brand cola to Zenigata's Coca-Cola. You'll still drink it, but it's not the best thing.
I mean, Ace Attorney came after, so
oh my god!
I'm not saying it's
predictable.
died, but I am saying that he came after. So I'm just. But and I have nothing. I have nothing against Gumshoe. Gumshoe is a good boy, but also the fact is, I ship him with Maggie Bird. So I can't get in the way of that kind of dynamic. So
you'll fuck
you
him,
just
but
wanna
you're not
say,
gonna
so-
get in the way of it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, nobody said it could be just like a one-time thing. Then they end up meeting, and I go, "Good, you're happy. Go off."
What kind of porno script are we writing? Okay, Max, it's your
But
turn.
I mean, like, there's
Yes.
my answer.
Yes, it is my turn. So, with you two ladies prizing Zenigata all the time as being basically the best in his field, and that's why he gets to set on Lupin. It's like, okay, he always comes across as a little bit of goofy and inferior, but just because his opponent is just one step, just this one single possible step.
Yes.
Nah? So I wanna see this firsthand. So I am going to fuck Zenyatta, because I mean, to keep up with Lupin, this man must have some stamina. So I wanna bank on that. So is Keyframe already doing the math in her head? But yeah, then L obviously is L is great marriage material. I mean, think about it. He solves all the mysteries. He has a stable job as a world-renowned detective. He's also more of a private person because he hides his face until this super case with Kira nobody knows. So he can work perfectly fine from home. He just needs the internet connection
and a lot of sweets.
Yeah, and he's eating sweets. I can just feed him with sweets, so I don't need to start cooking. Yeah, but overall, and he's obviously into anime because he is in anime as a character. Anyway,
Yes,
so
Max, because that's what happens with anime. Is
I
that if
know.
you are in anime,
it was
you like
it was
anime.
specifically said that it cannot be live action, so I'm going with that
Yeah,
logic.
exactly. Okay,
But
sure.
yeah,
And that
and
means you're going to
I'm
kill
I'm
Gumshoe.
killing Gumshoe. I mean, yeah, I agree. He's a good boy, but he is also like, I mean, Ace Attorney has brought me closer to rage quitting than Doom getting over it. And what is the other game that everybody and Dark Souls combined? So and he played a part in
Congratulations,
it.
More
you're
about
killing.
you than it
Congratulations,
does.
you're killing the golden retriever of the series.
Oh, you're killing a golden retriever? What's wrong with you?
It happens. It just happens. But yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it's
Max, explain to me how killing a golden retriever just happens.
like easy by marrying the smart dog and fucking the one that everybody keeps praising is so superior. So it's you. It's actually you two who killed the golden retriever by proxy, and I'm the proxy.
I did not kill Shadow.
Anyways.
How dare you?
Anyways,
Okay,
Keyframe, please tell to us, and especially to Lauren, why you think killing Zenyatta is the right thing to do.
I'm not killing Zenyatta.
You
I'm
are.
killing Zenigata.
Zenyatta, yeah. Tell us, why do you kill
Zenigata.
Zenyatta? Why do you kill
Okay,
Zenyatta?
even funnier. Okay, but that slip up is even funnier for the Lupin fans, especially if you've watched part in Prison of the Past.
I can assure you he hasn't. It's just him being him.
I know, that's why I said it's funny the slip up happened, but for those who are watching who know that heard that slip up, it's funny.
But yeah.
But why would I kill
Lawrence
Zenigata?
husbando. Why would you do this to the poor woman?
He's taking too much time away from me.
Oh no.
You spend so much time with that Zenigata, and oh, he only knows how to make noodles. And he's just so bumbly
Wow,
and adorable.
envy.
Where?
I believe, in all honesty, I believe this is literally the first envy murder in all the FMKs
Odie, you stop
we
that
had.
right now. Odie, I swear to God, you stop that right now. I see you in the chat. You stop
We are
that.
not promoting. No, this. I just want my sister all to myself, and if that means I have to kill her husband mysteriously, then so be it.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay, there's
first
that
envy,
answer.
First envy kill. In how long have we been doing the MVPs? The FMKs.
FMK,
Yeah.
a long time.
Jeez. But yeah, you still have two easier answers to get
So
through.
then I get to fuck L.
Oh, I just realized. Oh boy, I didn't even plan for this one. I just planned for you two having to kill Zenigata. But congratulations on fucking that piece of blank paper. This skeleton, this sugar addicted skeleton with a back problem.
It helps him think. I mean, here's the thing. He's a smart guy, so maybe he just knows things.
He's just sitting there like, I calculated the point that I need to touch on your body to make you come to orgasm instantly. Blep! So he doesn't need to do anything. But then
exactly.
I just recall, he actually is physical fit. The tennis duel.
Yes.
He actually is physically fit. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, he's not a cripple, man. Like he can. He has this secret energy to him. And you know what? It fits the things that I like just staying inside. He's introverted. He's always online. But
yeah, I know. That's why I married him.
When it comes down to when it comes down to business, he's a physic. He can do a tennis match with me. I don't know what that euphemism would mean, but
so okay,
I'll let your mind go to that place. But and I'm going to marry Gumshoe.
There you go. See, she didn't kill the golden retriever, Max.
I didn't kill the golden retriever, but look, I don't want to marry it. But
well, you just did.
But then you have a good boy, a very good boy.
I do have a good boy. It's just the thing that answers like this are so hard because unlike some of my friends, I'm very picky when it comes to the himbo type, like the big burly type. For most people who know my taste in guys, I kind of like skinny, lanky assholes, so this is the opposite of what I usually go for. But maybe that's for the best. I don't know. You know what? Here's the thing. What?
Yeah, or you are just so upset over it because no matter how you twist and turn it, you cannot turn Gumshoe into a gold digger answer.
Fuck,
That's why you are
I
truly
don't-
pissed.
See, the thing is, all three of them are not rich, so I'm.
I mean, Elle is rich in reputation, so, and so is Zenyatta. Gumshoe is just a fuck up.
But
like,
but Zenigata, he has had his funding cut so many times.
Yeah,
So
but he
it's like-
still gets to travel the world, man.
On the ICPO's dime.
I have to marry the world's punchline that is Gumshoe. Like, I think the only character that's more of a punchline in that fucking game is the dumb roommate guy that constantly like goes like this. Yeah, at least I don't have to marry Larry. Yeah. Yeah, but no,
every time it's a stinky situation, it always smells like butts.
Yes, Gumshoe tries. Gumshoe tries. And I guess that's, you know what, I'm going to marry him so he can try. He can try his best.
A pity marriage.
And it is a pity. I'm sorry, you made this combination. You officiated this sequence of events to happen. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. That means I'm in the Phoenix Wright games. So that means I could make Gumshoe fuck up more, which can make the game fuck up more, which can get you more pissed. I'm marrying him to make your life harder. That's the show.
Yeah.
It was awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guys. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guys. Artwork and analysis, which you do